Well, good morning, everyone. It is actually Tuesday. I'm starting this weekly vlog a little bit early. It's going to be kind of a weird vlog this week, I think. Maybe it'll turn out all right at the end. But Scott is home all week, and it's always harder to video when he's home. And he is working on Travis and Olivia's rooms, their floors. So there's going to be a lot of pounding and sawing and lots of noise. So that's going to make it a little bit challenging. But Scott is out. He's went to town. So I thought this would be a good time to kind of do a little chit chat with you about a lesson that we have learned. Sorry about the bird screaming. It's springtime, and apparently cockatiels get moody in the spring. Anyhow, the lesson of even when you think you're doing your best, sometimes your best isn't good enough. And I learned that lesson yesterday. For those of you who don't know, we actually have 3 different chicken coops, or coops, because one coop is for the ducks. Then we've got the hen house where my laying hens are. And then we have what I call the blue house. And that's where my retired chickens are, the ones that aren't laying eggs anymore. And I know a lot of people, when their chickens get to that point, they just cull them. But I have too soft of a heart to do that, and I just let my chickens die of old age. I don't have a big farm, so it's not like I'm dealing with hundreds of chickens. It's just a handful. Well, we've had that blue coop and the duck coop. The duck coop came first, and then we added on the blue coop. And I would have to say it's been at least 10 years that we've had chickens out there and never had any kind of a problem with them. Well, I had mentioned to Scott a while ago, a couple months ago, that the roof, the yard of the blue chicken, the blue coop, is covered. We put a roof on it with wire, a wire roof, because predators can get in. They climb the fence and can get in. Well, over the winter, there was some damage done to the roof, the wire roof on that part of the coop. And I had mentioned to Scott that it needed to be repaired. Well, he hadn't gotten to it yet. And unfortunately, he should have gotten to it, because Sunday night, we're thinking it was Sunday night, a raccoon, or at least one, probably more than one, got in, and we lost 3 chickens. There were only 4 chickens in that coop, and the raccoon killed 3 of them. And I discovered it yesterday, and it was kind of traumatic, actually. And so last night, Olivia and I stayed up late, and we kept looking out there, because we knew they'd come back, because there was still 1 chicken left. Now, we didn't leave that chicken in there. Trust me, that coop is done. I'm not putting any animals back in there until it's been repaired, because it's not safe anymore. And so it was about 1 o'clock this morning. We heard Bo barking. And so Olivia went and got the flashlight, and you can tell by shining it out there, you can see their eyes glowing. And she saw 2, at least 2. One was up in the tree that's in our backyard, and the other one was climbing that same spot to get in. And we had left, because we discovered it kind of late yesterday, what had happened. And so we left the mess, the carnage in there, till today. We were going to take care of it today. And so Scott went out there this morning to take care of it, and the remains were gone. So they had climbed back in there to probably kill, they were hoping to kill that last chicken, and, you know, but anyway, they had drug all that, the carcasses and stuff off last night. So Scott is in town getting a live trap. He's going to trap them alive, but I have to be careful how I say this. That's not how they're going to leave the trap. Let's put it that way. We can't just take them off somewhere and release them, because they'll come back. And if they don't come back to us, they'll come back to somebody else. And they're very destructive creatures. Very destructive creatures. And they kill not even because they're hungry. They kill for the fun of it. And they will wipe out an entire flock easily. I'm just so thankful that my hen house, where my young chickens are, is very secure. Unless something came in during the daytime when they're out, there's nothing gonna get them, because their coop is like a fortress. I mean, nothing can get in there. I mean, I can't say that 100%. I'm sure, like, if a fox or a coyote were, I just don't see any way they can get in there, actually. I mean, unless they could physically break down the door, they can't get in there. But like I said, the blue house is no more. I'm not putting any more animals out there. And then Scott went out and fortified the duck pen this morning. He just looked, he purposely looked all around it for any weak spots, and fixed any weak spots that are there, because my ducks were fine last night. The one chicken that survived, she's in with the ducks now, and that's where she's going to stay as far as I'm concerned, because I don't want her back in that blue house. So anyway, we thought we had done our best, and sometimes your best isn't good enough, and that's just part of life with animals, with outside animals. Olivia said it's just part of farming life, which she's right. I mean, you can do everything you know to do and still lose your animals. So anyway, I know that's kind of a bummer way to start off this vlog, but I share my life with you, the ups and the downs, and this was definitely a down, and it's still heavy on my mind, heavy on my heart. Last night when Olivia looked out the patio door with the flashlight and she said, "I see him, Mom," my heart rate just went skyrocketed. I started, almost getting like a panic attack, because I'm like, oh. And then Olivia actually went out there, and I don't know, she tried to scare them away, but I think they were already in the blue house and they didn't get scared away. But she checked and made sure that the ducks were safe, and the chickens that we have left out there are safe. Virginia, my lame chicken, she's in a completely separate pen. She was safe. So yeah. So now we got to catch those rascals and dispose of them so that they don't come back and bother our chickens anymore. All right, like I said, I'm not sure how this vlog is going to pan out. This is probably the only thing I'm going to actually film today. I just wanted to take a quiet time when Scott was in town. Well, as quiet as can be with a screaming cockatiel. But to just chat and tell you guys what happened. If you have watched my videos in the past, the chickens I'm talking about, I had two, like, we call them brown chickens. They're like the brownish orange chickens, and the two black chickens that were out there. We lost both black chickens and one of the brown chickens. So we just have one brown chicken left. And we do still have a black chicken that was in an adjacent coop that the raccoon couldn't get into. So we have two ducks out there now and two chickens left. And then we've got Virginia, my lame chicken, and then I've got all my hens and Hurley. They're safe. So yeah, it was a hard It was a hard day yesterday. It really was. So anyway, I don't know what the next clip will be on this video, but I'll see you later. I'll take you down in a little bit and show you the progress on my growing table, but this is that pitiful spinach. I am so not impressed. I think it was these seeds that I used from Seeds for Generations. These are supposed to be like heirloom seeds, and they're just pitiful. They didn't grow, they didn't germinate, and then I don't know, they're just not doing well. So I'm going to reseed this. I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of these seeds, and then I'm going to use some of these seeds that I got from Dollar Tree, I believe. Try again. I'll leave this pitiful one. That one might come back. I don't know. Everything else I planted has done pretty good, except one tray of my lettuce is not doing great either. So anyway, try again. So in this is my red Russian kale, and the germination rate on that does not seem to be very good either. I only see a couple. I'm going to give it a couple more days, and if I don't see anything, then I'm going to reseed the cells that have not germinated. This is the lettuce. I had it uncovered for a while, but I just watered it really good and put some more plastic wrap on it, hoping you can see where it germinated there and germinated some here, but it's completely empty in the middle. I'm going to give that a couple more days. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to go ahead and reseed the middle of it. These are my nasturtiums. They seem to have come up pretty good. I'm going to have to get some little small cups, like Dixie cups or something, to repot these, because these I want to plant out in the garden eventually. This is the spinach I just reseeded. Down here is the salad mix. It's doing really good. They're kind of bent over because I just watered them, but those are doing really well. These are the peas. Half of them grew really fast, half of them haven't. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm going to repot these and plant these outside as well. And then this tray is a bunch of different things like zucchini, cucumber, and some cherry tomato seeds. Some things are germinating, some things are not. I don't know. We have to wait and see on that. So anyway, that is the status of what's going on here. And I do have the tray of radish microgreens upstairs that I'm going to harvest, and so let's go do that. These are my radish microgreens, and you can see how big and lush they are. This is from, I think it's called True Leaf. Let me get the packaging. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it's True Leaf Market. I got these online, and I have been so impressed with their seeds. Their germination rate is fantastic, as you can see. So let me show you how I'm going to harvest these. I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment with these. The last time I did these, I just pulled them up by the roots and cut them off. This time, I'm going to just kind of give them a haircut, and then I'm going to put them back down under the grow light and see if they will grow again. Don't know that they will, but we'll see if I can get two harvests out of this one planting. There they are with a good haircut. I'm going to give this a good watering and cover it with plastic wrap and put it back under the grow lights and see what happens. And I was able to get that many microgreens out of this one batch. That's a lot. So I'm just going to wash it real good and add it to some salad. that I have, and we'll have that for a side dish for the next few days. This is a feral cat that I can't even tell you when the cat showed up. I don't know if it was one of the barn kittens that was born last year, or if it was dumped. I really don't know, but it's feral. You can't get your hands on it. I do think it was probably raised around here because we call it chicken cat. That's the cat's name because I think it's a she. Of course, you can't get close enough to find out, but it doesn't act like a typical tomcat, so I think it's a she. She spends all of her time with the chickens. As soon as I open the coop up, she'll go in there and sleep underneath the heat lights. She just hangs out with the chickens all day long. And so I noticed the other day that she was looking kind of thin, and so I decided to start feeding her some cat food inside the fence so that the dogs can't run her off and eat it. Now what I'm feeding her today is actually soft dog food because I don't have any cat food, but I do plan on getting some cat food tomorrow when we go to Dollar General. But this is chicken cat. Like I said, she's feral, can't get your hands on her. I can get within about 5 feet of her, and that's as close as I can get, but I'm hoping that now that I'm taking the time to actually feed her her own special food where the dogs and the other animals can't run her off, she will become more friendly to me. And I have also noticed in the last couple of days that I think she's sleeping in the doghouse with Bear, which I think is kind of cute because I saw her coming out of there 2 mornings in a row. So I think she's been sleeping in the doghouse with Bear. thought I'd take you out and show you what's going on out here. This is the duck coop. Scott reinforced the door. He went around and reinforced this pin after what happened in the blue house. He didn't like that there was a possibility that a raccoon could dig under there, so he put that there. Oh, look what I found. We still do get duck eggs on occasion. Oh, this one's broken. I'll have to give it to Bo. This is the only chicken that survived, and she's been staying in here. She just roosts on top of one of those upside down tubs. She likes it in here. She's used to the ducks, and so she doesn't have a problem. She still kind of gets pacey because she's used to going back in there at night, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down here. I'll give it to Bo later. I'm going to open this up and let them out. Scott went yesterday to Tractor Supply and bought a trap. And he had it set last night, but raccoons are so crafty. It got in there somehow, got the bait, and did not set off the trap. So Scott is going to rig it so that hopefully tonight we'll catch it. I'm going to interject here. This is actually Thursday when I am editing this video, and Scott did re-rig the trap on Wednesday night, and the raccoon still did not get caught. He got the bait. Scott had fixed it so the bait was like wired to the cage, and he was still able to get the bait and not set the trap off. What we think is happening is that this raccoon is so large that he was able to get the bait, and the door did not close on the trap because he was so large. When Scott went out there this morning to check it, the bait was gone, the trap was on its side, and the door was shut on the trap. So I'm not sure what he's going to do. He's going to try something else again tonight, and we'll see what happens. But this must be one ginormous coon or one super smart one, because 2 nights in a row it took the bait but did not get caught. But yeah, we know it keeps coming back. Here is another spot that was weak. The defenses were weak, so he put cement blocks on either side of the fence right there. And everything else in this pen is reinforced with wood along the bottom, because we did think about that. We thought about predators that would crawl or dig under. But this is where the raccoon got in, right through here. This roof collapsed this winter from the weight of the snow, and so I said something to Scott about fixing it. Well, in the middle of the winter, the raccoons are hibernating, so he didn't think about it, and he's been busy, and he didn't think about it. And unfortunately, the worst happened. And this pen has been here for 10 years, and we've never had a predator. Never had predator loss in 10 years. But that's what happens when there's just one spot that's weak. One spot. So I admonish you, if you have chickens, go and check out their area. Chickens or ducks or any kind of poultry. Check out their area. Reinforce spots. Make sure there's no place that a predator can get in, because they will. We're thankful that the chickens that the raccoon got were retired. They were not our laying hens. That would have been even more devastating. But we're thankful that our ducks didn't get, even though our ducks are kind of retired too, they didn't get any damage. We're thankful that one chicken survived. So, and then our little black chicken, she's over there on that other part of the pen. Eventually, probably in a few days or maybe in a week, we're going to open up this area. Let me come in here and show you. The reason why this pen is in so many different pieces and parts is because we started off with something really small, and then over time we got more birds, and so we had to expand it. So we've expanded it 4 times. This spot over here where the little black chicken is was the original. This was the original coop that we had. We only had a few chickens, and this was big enough. And then we got the ducks. We added this section. Then we ended up getting more ducks, so we added that section. And we ended up getting more chickens, so we added that section. And so it's all just a, you know, conglomerated mess. Our thought processes originally was we were going to open this original one up into the blue chicken yard and let all the chickens commingle, but come to find out, those black chickens especially are really, really mean, and they would attack every chicken we tried to introduce into their yard, and attack to kill type attack. So we had to keep this little black chicken and her. She had a friend, my grandma chicken. Can't remember if I told you, grandma chicken died of old age a few months ago. She was like 10 or 11 years old, and that's very old for a chicken. She passed away, and so we wanted to introduce little lone blackie here to the others, and so we tried to, and the other 2 black chickens, one of the black chickens attacked her and tried to kill her, so we had to isolate her again, which in the long run turns out to be a good thing, because that big mean black chicken that the raccoon killed actually saved this little girl's life, because we had to isolate her again. Now, I don't think this little buff chicken is going to be mean to the little black chicken, but we're gonna see. Introduce them slowly to each other, and hopefully they can be together, and because chickens are flock animals, they don't like to be alone, and so, you know, we don't let them be alone unless it's a matter of necessity. But anyway, that is the status out here, and so far we have not had any luck catching that nasty raccoon. There was actually at least 2 of them. I think I told you that already. Probably even more than 2, but at least 2. Another thing I mentioned at the beginning of this video is that Scott's home, because he is putting in the flooring in Travis and Olivia's room, and this is the state of my living room because he is currently working on Travis's room, so all of Travis's stuff is out in the living room, and so yeah, it's a total mess. Alright, so this is what Olivia's room looks like after her new flooring has been put in. She rearranged her furniture. She got rid of a lot of stuff, downsized a lot, and I think it looks really, really good. And I'm just in love with these floors. Just in love with them. And then she put that rug back in. She had that in her the room before, and she really likes it, and I think it looks really good with the floor. So 2 rooms down, and Scott's halfway done with Travis's room. I think Oliver likes it too. Well, happy afternoon. happy Thursday afternoon. Olivia and I just got back from, we had to go to Dollar General and pick up a few things, and I said, well, while we're out, why don't we go over to the Hope Center and just pick up a couple of things. One thing being some Gatorade for Scott. We've gotten some Gatorade there the last couple of times that we've gone, and he's really been enjoying it. And so we picked some of that up, and of course we found some other things, mostly stuff that's really not good for you. Snacks, snacky foods and candies and stuff. But anyway, that's basically, when we go to the Hope Center, I know that's gonna wind up in the cart because they have a lot of that kind of stuff there. But anyway, let me turn the camera around and show you what we picked up on our little outing this afternoon. So the main reason I went to Dollar General was to get a bag of ice, which we did, and then I wanted to get some, you guys know those little paper Dixie cups, little ones? I wanted to get some of those for transplanting some of my vegetables from downstairs. I went through the entire store like twice. They did not have them. This was the closest they had, and these were actually really too big. But I'm going to make it work because I really wanted to get those plants transplanted today. And I needed to get some more potting mix. And I tried the Dollar General brand last year, and I think that's one of the reasons why my flowers and, not my flowers, but my vegetables just didn't do well at all. So I'm going with the Miracle Grow, the name brand stuff. So I picked that up. So that's the main things that we went to the store for, other than this was also on my list. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I was going to get chicken cat some cat food because you really shouldn't feed cats dog food. It doesn't have the same vitamins and, you know, minerals and things that they need in it. So I picked up some of these 12 can variety of 9 lives for chicken cat. Then the rest of this stuff was just kind of not impulse, but I just saw it and realized, oh yeah, I could use some of that. I needed some more peroxide. I use this for washing my fruits and vegetables mainly, diluted in water, of course. And then I saw this in the little dollar section. This is for first aid, and I thought I'd stick this down in my first aid, with my first aid supplies for cleaning wounds and whatnot. And then we saw these sandals, and Olivia and I both said at exactly the same time, oh, those are cute. And Olivia actually did need a new pair of summer slides or sandals. We've done the flip-flops, the really super cheap flip-flops in the past, and they don't last very long. So we thought maybe these might last her a little bit longer, something she can wear to church. She won't be doing chores in them, but these are something she can just slip on a hot summer day to wear to church or to town. She also needed some gum, so I got her some of that. And then I needed to stock back up on some of my Sensodyne Rapid Relief. This is the kind of toothpaste that Scott and I both use. So yeah, so I got 2. This stuff is so expensive, but it really does work if you have sensitive teeth. And then I picked up this. It was only $1, and I thought this would be so cute, like tucked into a shelf somewhere. And then I do like to use these wooden beads, bead garlands in different vignettes and whatnot. And I have them different colored ones, like I have a navy blue one and a red one. But I really liked this natural, and it's got these like octagon-shaped beads on there, which I thought was really neat, and it was only $4. So that's my little Dollar General haul. Let me show you next what I picked up from the Hope Center. So this is what I got from the Hope Center. This is the Gatorade I was telling you about. I got 2 of the, what's these? Glacier Freeze, 2 of the Cool Blue. These are Glacier Cherry. And I got 4 of those because the last time that we got these, Scott let me have a taste of it. I really liked it. So one of these might be for me, or I'll share it. I probably won't drink it this entire thing. But then Olivia wanted to try it as well. So I got 4 of those. And then I got 2 of the lemon limes. I got Olivia some of these. She loves these ramen noodle type dishes. And these were slightly spicy. She likes them spicy, so picked those up for her. These were $2. The Gatorades were 75 cents a piece. Picked up some peanut butter. These are just barely past date, and peanut butter lasts for a while after the Best By date, and they were $3.50, so I just got 2 of those. They had these Doritos 3Ds, 4 for $1, so I got 8 of those. Mainly for Travis for his lunches, but then Scott can also have some if he wants. I picked up this for Scott. He loves chocolates. He's even becoming more of a sweet tooth. As he's gotten older, he's getting more of a sweet tooth. And I just thought these looked really yummy. I won't be able to eat them, but I thought Scott would enjoy these. Artisanal inspired chocolates. And they were $4 for caramel, hazelnut, raspberry, and dark chocolate. And then Olivia and I, we bought these one time from Dollar General, and they were so good. So they had them there, and they were $2 a bag. So I got 2 bags. And then they had pasta. It's a really good place to stock up on pasta. And I haven't had this gemelli in a long, long time. So I wanted to give that a try, and it was $1 a box. And then this, I love Nerds, and originally I saw this bag, and this has Nerds and Gobstoppers and Cherry Heads, Apple Heads, Butterfinger, and Crunch Bars. Now, Olivia and I can't eat these, so those will be for the guys. And she's like, I don't really like Nerds that much, but I love Nerds. So I ended up getting this variety bag and this variety bag. This just has Nerds in it. It's got the chewy Nerds and then the different flavored Nerds. And so yeah, this will last us a really long time. But they're the little individual, probably left over from Halloween. These look kind of like from Christmas, but probably from Halloween. And you know, candy doesn't go bad. So I picked those up, and then I got this, as you see, they were $3.50 a bag. And then this, I couldn't remember if sunflower oil was one of the oils that is okay, or if you should stay away from it. I know you shouldn't do canola oil, you shouldn't do corn oil, but I wasn't sure about sunflower oil, and I needed something for cooking popcorn in. I do have canola oil I'm trying to use up, but once it's done, I don't really plan on buying any more of it because I know it's really not good for you. So I got this. It was cold pressed, organic, so I figured it was probably better than corn oil and canola oil for sure. And it was $4 for this big old thing of sunflower oil. All right, that is my Hope Center haul for this trip. And I almost forgot to share this. This is for Olivia. She still gets acne once in a while, a little spot here and there. And I know this Acure is a good brand, so I picked that up for her, and it was only 75 cents. Travis's floor is done. I'm not gonna, his room's not put back together. He's at work. I've got his sheets down in the wash, the laundry, so his bed's not made, but I'm not going to pan around his room because it's his business, you know. Keep his stuff private, but there is the flooring, and it looks fantastic. So here on the refrigerator was my 2023 goals for different things in the house that needed to be done. And you can see we've got the bedroom flooring. My bedroom flooring is done. New bedroom furniture. We just revamped our old furniture, but it looks new. Olivia's bedroom flooring is done. And now I can cross out Travis's bedroom flooring is done. Now the next thing we're gonna do, I wanna do the living room. I wanna remodel the living room, but that's gonna be last. And so the next thing we're gonna work on is some new flooring for the kitchen and the dining room, and then we're gonna get new kitchen countertops. But that's on down the road a bit because that's expense that we're gonna have to save money for. Because all of these renovations we've been paying for in cash. So I got the peas transplanted. I'm going to take these back down, put them on the grow light table. And these I'm going to transplant into a container out on my deck just to see what they do. These I'm going to go ahead and let grow a little bit bigger. And then I'm just going to eat these as microgreens because they're really tiny. So I'm going to go get these put back downstairs. Alright friends, this is going to be where I end this video today. This was actually a 3-day vlog instead of a 2-day vlog, and it did work out to be a good vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I like to put a lot of variety in my vlogs. You all seem to enjoy that when I do that. So I try to do that even if it takes me 3 days. So anyway, friends, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye, friends.